Welcome to a deep dive. Today we're digging into Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma. We've got a critical review someone shared, which is great.
Yeah, good stuff to work with.
So our mission here is to unpack what this review really tells us about the game, the good, the bad.
And what that split experience means if you're thinking about picking it up.
Exactly. The review actually calls it a game of two halves. So what's that all about for you, the player?
Well, okay, let's set the scene first. You land in Azuma. It's this place that's been hit by blight. Crops aren't growing well. The guardian gods are missing in action.
Right.
And you're this earth dancer, basically the Azuma version of the series' usual earthmate, connected to the land, can heal it, that sort of thing.
Let me guess. Amnesia.
Oh, yeah. Standard Rune Factory starter pack. You got it. Though the review wasn't exactly thrilled about it.
Called it an eye-rolling trope, I think.
Yeah.
And apparently it gets sorted out so fast it barely registers.
Pretty much. Yeah. So if you were hoping for a big mystery there, maybe lower those expectations a bit.
Okay, so what's the main gameplay loop then?
You basically travel around to 4 different villages, help out their local guardian gods.
And keep getting made village chief.
Yep, repeatedly. And the review kind of hints that this feels, well, maybe less like a strong story and more like a way to give you the village building tools.
A bit convenient, perhaps?
Yeah.
Makes sense if the review says the main story, beyond that early amnesia bit, is pretty forgettable.
Right. And usually, Rune Factory's strength is that whole gameplay cycle, but this review argues Guardians of Azuma takes a definite step back in some key areas.
The step back. Okay, where does it stumble, according to the review? Sounds like the simulation stuff got hit hardest. Village management.
Dreadfully shallow, I think was the term used. You get these flat grid areas, and you place items. Some give stats, some are just for looks. Like the review mentioned putting down a bakery cart for combat buffs.
Wait, a bakery cart for combat? How does that even work?
Exactly. It sounds really arbitrary. And the review paints a picture of lifeless villages, empty buildings, villagers not really living in them, roads and rivers just being decorative point scorers.
So it's not just placing stuff, it's that the village itself doesn't feel alive.
Seems like it's both, yeah. The lack of real interaction plus the weird buffs just makes it feel superficial.
And this simplicity carries over. What about farming and crafting? Those are huge in Rune Factory.
Also simplified, according to this review, things like soil quality, discovering recipes by trying stuff out, mostly gone or basic.
No seasons either.
Nope, replaced by fixed village themes. And you can get villagers to farm, but the review notes they're not great at it, so you'll probably end up doing it yourself anyway if you want decent results.
Oof. Okay, so that's one half the simulation side sounds underwhelming based on this. But the review did say it's a game of two halves. What's the other side? Where does it shine?
Characters, definitely the characters. The review really praised the cast, called them enjoyable, well-written, maybe more dynamic than usual.
And building relationships isn't just about spamming gifts.
Right. It mentioned you can actually build bonds through different conversations and activities, which feels way more organic.
That example with Fubuki, romancing him without gifts except birthdays, that really makes the point.
Yeah, that detail really stood out. It shows the system can work differently, and then there's the combat.
Okay. The review liked the combat.
Liked it. Called it the best in the series. Said it was satisfying, fluid, good weapons, a proper dodge riposte.
Oh, nice. And it gets challenging.
Apparently so, later on. And you have these sacred treasures. Since there's no traditional magic, these give you magic-like abilities.
Like what?
Things like a healing drum or a fiery sword ability adds another layer to fighting. But what's cool is they have other uses too.
Oh, like outside of combat.
Yeah, they clear the blight that blocks paths, but they can also help with farming, like using a water parasol to water crops, or that healing drum speeds up growth.
Okay, that is clever. It ties them back into the daily routine, makes them feel more integrated.
Exactly, but bringing it back to that two halves idea from the review.
Right.
You've got the simulation stuff, the village building, the farming, which the review found shallow, and then you've got the characters and the combat, which it really liked.
The gameplay cycle keeps bouncing you between them. The review felt this might keep you playing day to day, but stepping back.
Stepping back, the weakness of one side kind of drags down the strengths of the other. That seems to be the main takeaway.
Okay, so summarizing this deep dive. Rune Factory. Guardians of Azuma, according to this review, offers really strong characters and great combat, maybe the best yet. But it seems to fumble the ball on the classic Rune Factory simulation stuff. Farming, village life, feels pretty simplified or shallow.
So the pros, characters, combat, cons. Village management, farming depth. That's the review's verdict in a nutshell.
So, thinking about this review, it makes you ask,
Yeah.
how important are those deep sim mechanics to your enjoyment versus having great characters and fun combat?
Yeah, and maybe the bigger question is, can top-notch characters in fighting truly make up for core simulation elements feeling, well, kind of generic? What does that tell us about what keeps us hooked on these kinds of games long term?